looks so miserable. Ms. Z, you're my savior. I won't press you. Your eyes are good to use. Mr. Du didn't disappoint me. He personally promised he would restore my sight. Ms. Z, a prince and princess, are well matched. Look at yourself. Now without eyes. You're a cripple. Mr. Zhu won't even glance at you.
Guards, drag her inside. Without my order, don't let her out.
My child. Please, save my child. Call a doctor.
Ignore her. Let her fend for herself. She's been abandoned by Mr. Zhu. Now Princess Huoyuan is our master.
Sorry. After all, we follow Mr. Zhu's orders. He didn't say to call a doctor. We don't dare.
My child, my Ali, my child, my Ali.
Amitabha.
Master, please save my child.
Although you lost your child, you regained your sight. I suppose all this is destined. Thank you. Now you are alone, finally free.
Mr. Zhu, you severed my last shred of attachment to you.
Miss C, you're from the 21st century, and by chance you ended up here. In 7 days, at the Northern City Rebirth platform, the 9-star alignment will appear.
Which is your
Chance to return home. At that time, there will be no Xie Qing Qing in this era. Do you really intend to leave?
Yes.
These 7 years, for your beloved, you did good to change fate. And now that you're leaving, bid him a proper farewell.
No need. Nothing to say.
The 9th prince has arrived. The 9th prince is preparing the Lantern Festival. All idlers must leave quickly.
Mr. Xue Jingxing will hold the Waking Lantern Festival 7 days later in the South City. To commemorate the wedding day with his first wife, it is said that he even requested an imperial edict, just to announce to the world.
Waking means to please Qing Qing. I heard the name of this Lantern Festival is from his first wife. The two met on the Lantern Festival day. This romance unique to them, he remembered for 7 years.
You are Mr. Zhu's first wife. He loves you so much. Are you really willing to leave?
Yes.
He loved me for 7 years. He loved me. But when I found out I was 3 months pregnant, he actually betrayed
The promise of only loving me and had an affair with another woman.
Madam, this morning, I found this hairpin by Master's pillow. It doesn't look like your accessory. It was placed so conspicuously. I'm afraid someone wanted you to see it.
He can't have another woman. Where is he?
I, Zhu Jingxing, swear that as long as you're with me, I will cherish you forever. Even though I have a first wife, it doesn't prevent me from marrying you as a concubine.
I just like this bit of unrestrained energy in you.
Yen, I will definitely help cure your eyes. Believe me. Although I want to marry you soon, I can't betray my wife.
I can wait for you.
7 years of marriage. Perhaps he hasn't changed. If I tell him we have a child, we might reconcile.
But our child can't wait.
Are you blind? This is made for Princess Huo Yuan by Mr. Chu. It's a customized lantern, worth a fortune. If you break it, can you afford it?
Releasing lanterns is a special memory between me and my wife. Seven days later, in the southern city, I will hold the Yueqing Lantern Festival. I hope everyone will witness the 7-year bond between me and my wife. Darling, I'm back. You still have the mood to practice calligraphy? Darling, I have been busy recently preparing the lantern exhibition for our anniversary. That's why I'm back late. Your face. Look, do you like it? This is unique in our nation, and it's all my heartfelt intention. Darling, happy 7th anniversary.
I'll return the favor. This is what I prepared for you. Look at it in 7 days. Consider it a token for our 7 years of marriage. A surprise.
Okay. I'll do as you say, dear. Dear, we've been married for 7 years. It's you who stood by me from being bullied by siblings and not favored by my father to this day. In this lifetime, I love only you, my wife. If there were no you in this world, what would I do?
7 days later, when you see this letter, can you accept that? We will never meet again?
Madam, are you really going back to the modern era?
That is my home. Lianqi, you are the only friend I trust here. Don't tell anyone, okay?
What kind of place is the modern era? Can it compare to being Mr. Zhu's wife in wealth and joy?
Madam, help me change clothes. Today we are receiving guests. "7 years have passed in a blink. Now I have glorious military achievements. Who dares to look down on me?"
Historical records state that Mr. Zhu was shot in his first campaign 7 years ago, leaving him disabled for life and no longer trusted by the Emperor. I blocked that arrow. For him, it was one of his calamities.
If we can return alive, I will marry you. Countless days will pass, but only you remain in my heart.
Also on that day, I pledged my life to him.
Why aren't you using the wound ointment I prepared? The royal physician said that if the injury doesn't heal, it will be hard to have children.
Nonsense. Madam is...
The medicine is expensive, so I didn't use much.
Darling, over these years, you've spent all your wealth for me. I know all this. Even without children, I will treat you sincerely. But you are from a merchant family of low status. I, as the most favored 9th prince, must inherit the throne in the future. My father will certainly not. Let me make a person of low status, the Empress. When I take the throne, no longer constrained, I will make you Empress. The Princess of Beirong is my equal, and she is pregnant with my child. I have to take responsibility for her. I have to take responsibility for her.
But Madam also.
Liam Shi. This is the distinguished guest you mentioned?
Miss Z, sorry. Mr. Zhu is really good to me. He promised to marry me long ago. And in the future, only our children can inherit the throne.
I have kept my promise to be with you alone, doting on you for 7 years. I've been good enough to you. Now I'm about to take power and ascend the throne. I urgently need UN support. I hope you can understand.
Mr. Zhu, now the whole city knows you're holding the 7th anniversary for Madam. At this moment, you bring this woman back as a second wife. Isn't this slapping Madam in the face?
She's a lowly commoner. How can she be equal to our princess?
Mr. Zhu, what I admired was your bold and unrestrained nature. That's why I convinced Father to help you contend for the throne. You must weigh what's more important.
The title of Princess Consort. I don't care about it.
What are you trying to do?
The princess recently lost her sight. I noticed Ms. C's eyes are quite good. They're perfect for our princess. Could it be that Mr. Zhu still has true feelings for her?
I don't want her eyes. This marriage doesn't have to happen. Now I'll go tell Father. See if he revokes your military power. Miao Zhu. Let's go.
The other princes are eyeing the throne. The support of Beirong, I can't miss it. Fine. Tomorrow, I'll marry Yuan. I want to transplant your bright eyes to Yuan. Ching Ching. Don't worry. I won't harm you.
Mr. Zhu, don't forget. Madam once took a fatal arrow for you. She brought reinforcements. She spent all her wealth to win over court officials for you. Now, she has given up the princess consort title to help you ascend. Even the heir's rights she has relinquished. Can't you let her go?
How dare you? A mere servant. Dare to talk back to your master?
Lianzi. Stop it. Stop. Make her stop. Make her stop.
A worthless life is no loss.
No. Mr. Zhu, Lianxi is my friend. Mr. Zhu, I'm obsessed with history books. Mr. Zhu, 7 years ago, to change the fate of Zhu Jingxing, who died tragically in the records, I traveled through time. Admiring him, I made a vow to help him with 100 tasks, to defy fate. Now, this is the last time. Fine. I agree. Give my eyes to her. Fine. I agree. Give my eyes to her. Lianxi, are you okay?
Madam, you're so foolish.
Mr. Zhu, don't worry. I will definitely arrange. The best doctor for Ms. Ji.
Yuan Qingqing has been married to me for 7 years, and she is my first wife. Her eyes, I will personally retrieve them. Just rest assured. And wait to marry me tomorrow. Qingqing, Yan only wants your eyes, that's all. If you had agreed earlier, Lianxi wouldn't have suffered like this.
Mr. Zhu, let me take care of Lianxi first, okay? I beg you.
Fine.
Mr. Zhu, you really want to please Princess Huo Yuan by digging out Madam's eyes?
She's been with me for 7 years. How could I bear to make her suffer such a great hardship? Go to the prison and find a pair of clear eyes.
Yes.
Just stay safely in this room for a few days. I can protect you for a while. But only for a while.
Xue Jingxing, how dare you? You simply don't take our princess. Seriously. Princess.
Always talk nonsense. Do you know what to do?
Yes, yes.
It hurts. So uncomfortable.
Lianxi, wait. I'll go call the doctor now. What are you doing? Mr. Zhu agreed that I take care of Lianxi. Let me go.
Ms. C. Don't struggle. This is Mr. Zhu's intention. Mianji, this is Mr. Zhu's intention.
Impossible. He promised to let me take care of Lianxi first. How could he lie to me?
Lianxi is dead. Mr. Zhu has had her thrown into the mass grave. Oh, you don't believe it? Today, Mr. Zhu and the princess are marrying. Mr. Zhu is eager to enter the bridal chamber. He's waiting for your eyes. To be given to the princess. This place is only a wall away from the wedding venue. Listen carefully. You'll hear everything clearly. Enjoy the festive atmosphere. Hurry up and act. Don't delay the auspicious time.
Madam, if you feel pain, just cry out.
First bow to heaven and earth. Second bow to the parents.
I've kept my vow to cherish only you for 7 years. I've been good enough to you? Darling, trust me. I won't harm you. I want to take your bright eyes and give them to Yuan.
Bow to each other.
Mr. Zhou,
The ceremony is complete.
this matter is over. From now on, we are even.
Ghost!
Monster.
Stay away, monster!
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
I hope Yuan won't find out that to protect Ching Ching, I gave her someone else's eyes.
Mr. Zhou, I can see now. Look. Am I beautiful? Mr. Zhou, am I beautiful? Mr. Zhou,
Your eyes? Where did they come from?
Ms. Z's eyes are really bright. Ms. Z's eyes are really bright. Lianzi had a fever that wouldn't subside and died of illness. Ms. Z couldn't bear the shock and voluntarily agreed to have her eyes removed. It's a pity that she is now blind and can't see our wedding.
Who told you to do this?
Mr. Zhu, you're joking. Ms. T's eyes were dug out by your own hands, weren't they?
Yes. If you like the eyes, good.
Mr. Zhu, if you treat me sincerely, I will help you become emperor. I will also give you my entire kingdom.
Guards. Water. Water! Someone. Someone?
Mr. Zhu, Princess Huoyuan has ordered that no servant in the mansion is to take care of Madame. Mr. Zhu, she is your first wife.
This was bestowed by Mr. Zhu to Princess Huoyuan. If you break it, can you afford to compensate?
Look how frightening she looks. Not only abandoned by Mr. Shu, but also caused the death of her maid.
Let's go.
Go.
Mr. Zhu. Who's there?
In 3 days is the Lantern Festival, the 7th anniversary of Mr. Hugh and his wife. Looking forward to it.
In 3 days, the 9 stars align, and I will go to the North City Rebirth platform to leave. Mr. Zhu, I finally can completely leave you.
Madam, where are you going?
Doctor, it's you. I want to go to the North City to smell the flowers. Later, when I'm familiar, I can come out by myself to relax. I want to take the child and leave this place of sorrow and return to my home.
That's fine. Have you named the child?
After he is born, we'll call him Allie. Does it sound good?
It sounds nice. I just don't know what you mean, madam. But why did you choose it?
It represents separation. Just kidding. After the child is born, Mr. Zhu should name him.
How dare you offend the princess consort?
Sorry. I can't see.
Ms. Gi, we are all women. Why degrade yourself for a man? I advise you to leave the prince's mansion and Mr. Zhu.
I will leave on my own.
You, a lowly person and disfigured maid, dare to talk back to me? Arrest her. Beat her.
Don't. I'm pregnant. Don't. I'm pregnant.
What?
Madam, this child must be Mr. Zhu's? We wouldn't dare.
Nonsense. Mr. Zhu has ordered. Only Beirong's princess can carry his child. Besides, after Mr. Zhu's marriage, he never touched this lowly woman. How could she be pregnant?
You dare deceive me?
Stop!
Mr. Zhu, how did you get here?
Mr. Zhu, Madam was walking to nurture the pregnancy, but was blocked and insulted by this lowly woman. Madam didn't want to conflict with her, but was instead pushed by her, almost harming your child.
Mr. Zhu, my stomach hurts.
Yuan, Qingxing is not like this.
Since you don't believe me and don't avenge me, I cannot bear the humiliation. I will commit suicide on the spot.
Mr. Zhu, Madam is the dignified princess of Beirong. That lowly woman offended her noble bloodline. She should be executed.
I know you want to vent anger. I can help you. Guards. A small punishment as a warning. Teach her a lesson.
Don't. Don't. Let go of me. Let go. Let go of me. Don't. Mr. Zhu, I did not harm Yuan. I'm
Just apologize to Yuan.
Never.
Mr. Zhu, look. Mr. Zhu, look.
Mr. Zhu, she still won't admit her fault. Stubborn.
Do it harder.
Enough! Wen is pregnant. She shouldn't stay here long.
looks so miserable. Ms. Z, you're my savior. I won't press you. Your eyes are good to use. Mr. Du didn't disappoint me. He personally promised he would restore my sight. Ms. Z, a prince and princess are well matched. Look at yourself. Now without eyes. You're a cripple. Mr. Zhu won't even glance at you.
Guards, drag her inside. Without my order, don't let her out.
My child. Please, save my child. Call a doctor.
Ignore her. Let her fend for herself. She's been abandoned by Mr. Zhu. Now Princess Huoyuan is our master.
Sorry. After all, we follow Mr. Zhu's orders. He didn't say to call a doctor. We don't dare.
My child, my Ali, my child, my Ali.
Amitabha.
Master, please save my child.
Although you lost your child, you regained your sight. I suppose all this is destined. Thank you. Now you are alone, finally free.
Mr. Zhu, you severed my last shred of attachment to you. This is much warmer. Is it not painful anymore?
You're so considerate.
Tomorrow is our 7th wedding anniversary. Today's trip shall be considered as our final farewell.
You're alive?
Princess Huoyuan, what is it?
Look, this is the dress. For your 7th anniversary, I said I liked the clothes, so he gave it to me.
Do you like it?
You're still marginalized. In court, and your stipend is less than a quarter of others.
I work hard to give you a better life. It's just a dress.
No need. Fine clothes are for outsiders. Look, this one I'm wearing is fine. I know how to live my life, as long as it's comfortable.
Darling, when I hold military power and gain the Emperor's trust, I'll give you a gown. On that gown, I will weave 3,000 golden threads, each filled with care. Then it will outshine others.
Good.
The golden threads on this were made by him personally, one by one, twisted with gold. I asked him at tomorrow's lantern banquet whether Ms. Z or I will sit in the main seat. Guess how he answered.
At tomorrow's lantern banquet, make sure my wife dresses up and accompanies me gloriously.
Yes.
The military power of Beirong I've given to him. If he becomes emperor, I will be empress. The child will be crown prince. Our family will be loving and faithful.
If he truly loved you, you wouldn't keep proving how much he cares.
Congratulations, Mr. Zhu, for the Beirong tally. At today's Lantern Festival, you and your wife have won the people's hearts, so the Emperor has drafted to name you heir.
I now hold real power. I can do as I please. I can finally protect Qingqing completely.
Mr. Zhu, ahead is Ms. Z's room.
Mr. Zhu, I heard you didn't sleep all night. The day is breaking. You should rest a while, as you have the Lantern Festival.
Who told you to wear this dress?
Mr. Zhu, isn't this what you gave?
This is specially prepared by Mr. Zhu for Ms. T. Tonight's feast is exclusively for Mr. Zhu and Ms. Gay.
Take off the dress. And control your meddlesome maid. If there's a next time, you'll be punished. Dear, I've come to take you to the feast.
Bad news, Miss Chi is missing. Mr. Zhu, there's something in the study.
I've prepared something for you too. Check it in 7 days. Consider it a surprise. For our 7 years,
Tell me, where has Qingqing gone? Li He. Send all staff to search for her. Even if we have to turn the city upside down, we must find her, dead or alive.
Yes.
You'll never find her.
Have you seen this person? Have you seen this person?
No.
Have you seen her?
I think I saw her. She went that way.
Qingqing.
You will never find Zi Qingqing.
Miss, are you all right? The soldiers from Jue Manor are searching everywhere, for some reason. Oh, it's you. Husband, come quickly. Isn't this C, the wealthy man, the great philanthropist?
Yes. Isn't this Ninth Lord's beloved wife? Madame C?
you know me?
3 years ago, you spent all your wealth helping Ninth Lord with disaster relief porridge. And that bowl saved our entire family.
Yes.
Get up. Get up. Even a stranger who once gave him porridge remembers my kindness. But you, Xue Jingxing, my 7 years of deep affection, were ultimately wasted.
Philanthropist Z, with that outfit, where are you going? We'll take you.
I'm leaving.
Sister, look! Lanterns! Legend has it that these lanterns are what Ninth Lord saw when he first met Madame Z.
I time traveled.
Are you the lantern fairy?
Me? He still remembers loving me. But he still does things that hurt me.
See, Shanren, Nightmaster is hosting a lantern banquet for you in the south of the city, and it's about to start. Where are you going?
I'm going to the north of the city.
Today is your and Ninth Master's happy day. Haven't you prepared any little surprise for Ninth Master?
Of course I have.
But that Princess Huoyan has stolen your spotlight. Haven't you thought of any way to deal with her?
Princess Huoyan, as you wish. I've left Ninth Master, but you harmed my child, and are not innocent. Providence Monk told me that above the rebirth platform, in the north of the city, when 9 stars align, space and time open and I can go home.
I, Zhu Jingxing, in this life, only love you, my wife. The princess of Beirong Kingdom is well matched with me, and is pregnant with my child, so I have to take responsibility for her. Tomorrow I will marry Yuaner. I want to give your bright eyes to Yun heir. Just apologize to Yuaner.
Never.
Ching ching. Ching ching.
Ninth Master. I'm tired.
Ching ching, come back.
Let me go,
You come back.
and I'll let you go too.
Ching ching. Where are you? I'm here to pick you up.
Lord Ninth. Lord Ninth. This shoe seems to be Madam's.
No, I don't believe she would commit suicide over such a small matter. I, with the dignity of the Crown Prince, by military order you all to quickly obey.
Yes.
Dismantle it to find my wife. If alive, I must see her. If dead, I must see her body.
Yes.
Amitabha, I hope Donner Zhue will not commit killing again.
Lord Ninth, this is Monk Tianji. Here, even the Emperor must respect him. You have just been appointed Crown Prince by His Majesty, so you must not act impulsively.
Wait until I find my wife. Then I will leave, and not stay a moment longer.
They are chanting the rebirth mantra.
Ching ching? No, it can't be. Tell me, She isn't dead, is she? Where is she?
My master is performing last rites for the female donor. Once interrupted, she may not rest in peace.
You knew she was seeking death, but you did nothing to save her. It is an insult to your Kasaya, the greatest defilement. I will have you buried with her.
Her departure has nothing to do with me. Then why should I stop it?
Lord Ninth. Madame. Madame has been in a car accident. Lord Ninth. Madame. Madame had a car accident and is now at the mansion.
Ching Ching. It must be Ching Ching.
Master, thank you for pitying the servant. Lianji died unjustly. Seeing she had no clean shoes, then gave shoes and asked you chant the rebirth mantra. Why didn't you tell benefactor Jue?
Heaven's secrets cannot be revealed.
Lord Ninth and his lawful wife both did not attend the lantern banquet. This matter alarmed the Emperor and sent Minister Z to console. Guess what's going on?
Ching Ching. It's you.
If not me, then who? Lord Ninth. In this prince's mansion, there's only one Madam Me. Could it be that I was hit by a car, and you don't feel heartache?
Since you're injured, then rest well.
Don't go. The imperial physician said, my child was almost lost. I'm carrying a prince. Feel my heart. Is it panicked?
Didn't you say you hate Central Plains women the most for their affected and delicate manner, unlike you Northern Wrong women, who are so heroic and spirited? I have important matters. So you rest well.
Lord Ninth, what I'm carrying in my belly is the legitimate eldest son of the prince's mansion. What else is more important than me and the child?
If Lord Zhu Ninth has no time to spare, on Princess Huiyuan's side, we will naturally help take care.
Ching Ching.
The Prime Minister's eldest daughter greets Lord Zhuju.
What?
Lord Yu? Lord Yu, I heard that you missed the Lantern Festival for no reason, and His Majesty ordered me to check on you.
Lianji?
The maid Lianji pays respects to Lord Zhu.
It can't be Lianji. She died from sickness.
Could it be that Xie Ting has really returned? And Lianji too. Impossible. I watched Lianji die.
Lianzi, I'll fetch the doctor. What are you doing?
Let go of my madam. You want to use my death? To force madam to gouge out her own eyes.
I don't care who you are, but you must not let them appear near my Lord Zhu.
I saved Miss Lianzi by chance, and she is indeed a former servant of Shu Manor, able to care for Princess Huoyuan.
Thank you for your kindness, but I decline. However, I prefer Lord Zhu's personal company. I won't see you out.
Lord Zhu, your wife here comes from barbarian lands and seems rather uncivilized.
Dad, Lianzi, since the princess doesn't want us to bother, we should return home.
Lianzi, you were Ching Ching's personal attendant, and now she's missing. Do you know where she is? Now Ching Ching is missing. Do you know where she is?
Julia. Madame suffered because of you before, and you didn't even ask about it. Now that she's missing, you're so concerned. How interesting. You relied on Princess Huoyuan to become the crown prince of Daxia. You are the future emperor. My madam is just from a merchant family, and cannot match you. Please be merciful and let her go.
Yes. I have wronged Qing Qing, but if she is willing to return, I am willing to compensate her doubly.
Juye, you are the future emperor. Why lower yourself to her?
As long as she is willing to return, I'll do anything. Lianzi, just tell me, where is Qing Qing exactly?
My madam has gone out to relax and will return in 7 days.
Relax. Then why did she leave without a word?
My madam said, there is no grief greater than the death of the heart. As for the various reasons, you must know better than I do.
Just apologize to Yuan. Those who have hurt Qing Qing, I will definitely make them pay tenfold. Those who have harmed Qing Qing, I will definitely make them pay tenfold.
Lord Ju, Miao just saw with her own eyes, watching Lianzi breathe her last. In this world, how can there be identical people? Impudent, just a lowly maid. Dares to touch my people. Lord Ju, you must stand up for me. She's just a lowly maid. This is openly slapping my face.
Lianzi, look. This is your mistress's husband. He says he's full of remorse, but in action, he's not even as good as a loyal servant like you. Lord Xie just says he only loves his wife. This statement. Do you believe it?
How do you know our conversation? How do you know about our talk?
How dare Lord Xie speak and fear being known?
Since Lianzi and Miss C are outsiders, the family matters of our prince's mansion are not for you to criticize. Lord Ju, give me the whip, so I can teach this little darling a lesson. What do you mean?
Miss C just said she is a loyal servant. I want to see how a loyal servant pleases her master.
Don't come over!
You used this whip to hit Lianzi.
I knew you weren't Lianzi. Playing tricks. Princess, save me! Princess.
Stop! Make her stop quickly, Lord Ju. Make her stop quickly. Stop! Lord Ju. She is just a lowly servant who dared to kill my confidant. It must be Jie Qingqing, that poisonous woman who instructed it.
Enough! If it weren't for you, these eyes, how could I have tolerated you until now? Huo Yuan, you are too insolent.
Enough, Master Ju.
What I did for my first wife. Are you satisfied?
What you should ask is your first wife, not me.
Master Ju, we are following the Emperor's decree to come and visit, since your family matters have been handled properly. Inconvenient to stay long.
Master Ju, you said you only favored me the most. Xie Qingqing, what love potion did she give you?
What are you doing? Get up quickly.
Liang Qiao thanks you, miss. For my sister Lianji, for avenging her.
Lianzi is my only friend. She died protecting me. I will definitely find an opportunity to seek justice for her. Get up quickly. Liang Qiao. From now on, you are Lianji. You must live well for her.
Miss Ching Ching, I heard from my sister that you were leaving. Why did you come back? Miss Ching Ching, my sister told me that you're leaving. Why did you come back?
Mr. Zhu's fate was changed by you. Causality is disrupted. You want to return to your era, unless within 7 days.
The dead return to death. And history can be corrected.
So who has to die?
Correct history. Miss C, you look just like my late wife, Zishur. Even the things we recently learned, you know about them. Who are you really?
I am the Prime Minister's eldest daughter.
Your scent is identical to hers. I can't be mistaken. Say it. Tell me. You are Si Ching Ching. You're back.
You favored Huo Yuan. You drove your wife away. You schemed to gouge out her eyes. But I didn't.
Yes. My Ching Ching has no eyes. My Ching Ching.
What's the use of regret now? Late love is worthless. People like you should die alone, undeserving of love.
She must be Ching Ching. This is my last chance. I must seize it.
Dad, I'm late.
Why are you crying?
Thanks, Prime Minister. I will leave in 7 days. Thank you for your care these days, and for acting as my father. I'm truly grateful.
I should thank you. You saved me, the most important person in my life. If it weren't for you, I would definitely be like the 9th prince, living in regret. The dead cannot be brought back to life. Madam, why be so impulsive?
I don't care. It's all your fault for separating the lovers and forcing my daughter to death. My daughter is gone. What's the point of me living?
Be careful.
Madame.
Daughter. Daughter, you're still alive.
Yes, Mom. I'm back.
Miss Ching Ching, no matter where you are in the future, in my heart, you will always be my daughter from the Prime Minister's mansion. My good daughter.
Thank you, Dad.
You and I pretended to be father and daughter. And the reason is, still because of that 9th Lord.
He's not important.
The 9th Lord is the Crown Prince favored by the Emperor. And he's not an ordinary man. After all, emperors have always been fickle since ancient times.
In 7 days, in history, Shui Jing will be pierced by 10,000 arrows and die. Disaster? I definitely won't save him again. As long as he dies, history will be corrected. I can return to my era.
Thank you, miss. See you tomorrow. Ching Ching left without saying goodbye, and she didn't leave anything behind.
Today is the winter solstice. Mom and Dad are still working, and they haven't returned. And what I hate most is history, because it makes me and my family seldom gather and often part. I find history books are quite interesting, as they record all kinds of people, especially this man named Xue Jingxing. Xue Jingxing is the 9th son of the great Xia Emperor. Historical records state that This person plays with power and schemes, controls people's hearts, and is extremely cold-hearted and ungrateful. But I discovered that he is, like me, actually a sensitive-hearted person who needs recognition. In his early years, unloved by his parents, he had to always be vigilant of the power struggles among the princes. Alas, how tragic! Historical records state that, in the 37th year of Great Xia, Prince Shui Jingsing unfortunately died, at only 28 years old, killed by the barbarian arrows of Northern Rong. With unfulfilled ambitions, the entire palace mourned. The court shared the grief. The emperor heard it, suspended court for several days. To show his grief. So, I want to save him. In these 7 years, he would take care of my every little emotion.
If you don't want to say it, then don't say it.
Although we were not born together, we have faced death together.
If we can return alive, I will marry you. Through countless journeys, only you are the one.
I have repeatedly changed his calamities, only hoping to live peacefully with him through this life. Our love, perhaps only that millennium chasm spanning across time and dynasties, can tear us apart.
Darling, I'm sorry.
The dead return to death, so history can resume its course.
Darling. Darling, I miss you so much. So much.
Finally resolved.
There's an assassin. Lord Ju is in danger. Lord Ju, are you alright?
Where is the assassin?
Over there. Lord Ju. Should I call the guards?
They mobilized the palace. Arrest me? Ungrateful. The poison widow, lethal. He is in danger. If he dies like this, he will suffer greatly. Moreover, it's not the time yet.
With such poor skills, how dare you be an assassin?
These days, jobs are hard to find.
Nice figure. Just like my late wife's.
Catch the assassin. Lord Ju, assassin. Catch the assassin.
Catch her back tomorrow.
Madame,
How is it? Did you invite Ninth Lord?
Ninth Lord went early to the Prime Minister's residence to see Miss C and declined your invitation.
Then did you tell him that I have some spotting and want him to accompany me?
Ninth Lord's exact words were, if there's spotting, go see the Imperial physician. He's not a doctor anyway.
One day King left, another Miss C comes. It's just a shadow of the past. Men get tired of playing, then they discard. Go invite again. This time's reason is
To spare men is to harm yourself. Miss C. Nowadays, it's common for royalty to be demoted. Aren't you going to kill that traitor soon?
Lianzi, you don't understand. In my era, killing is the most barbaric method. I can't massacre to correct history.
Then, can you still go back?
4 days later, as long as we don't interfere with Jue Jingsing's final trial, let the dead return to death. All right, come fly a kite with me. Let's go. It's okay. I'll go pick it up. Where did it go?
Master Ju, aren't we catching the assassin? Why here? Madam C, Master Ju got assassinated. Have you seen the assassin?
No. By the way, my miss is unmarried. You two men coming here is very improper.
Don't push me too far.
Last night I went to find the assassin. Saw the assassin. Had a leg injury. Miss Xi, is that assassin you? Or did you sneak into Prince Ju's mansion last night to see me?
See you? You're thinking too much.
Nice waist. Same as my late wife.
Shutting. Don't you think all women in the world will be so impressed by you that it's too narcissistic?
When my late wife practiced swordsmanship, she left a sword scar. You still deny your ching-ching? You still deny your ching-ching?
Lord Ninth. Lord Ninth, Consort Kuo wishes to see you.
Won't see her.
Xue Jingsing, I advise you to cherish the one before you. Since you've missed your first wife, don't harm others anymore. Moreover, you have little time left. Spend more time with her.
Lord Ninth, the consort is threatening suicide to see you.
I won't live.
Consort, calm down. Consort?
I won't live.
Lord Ninth, persuade the consort. Don't do anything foolish.
If I die, you can be with that vixen from the Prime Minister's residence and fly away together. Which would fulfill your wish?
Meow you. Go back and report to your king that your princess, due to homesickness, committed suicide here. And please, Northern Wrong Kingdom, take the princess back and bury her with honors.
Xue Jingsing, you have a cruel heart. Back then you said with your own mouth that for every day I am with you, you will dote on me for a day. Huo Yuan only has Lord Ninth in her heart. But what about in Lord Ninth's heart? Do you believe that I will make that Si Ching Ching and that one from the Prime Minister's residence, Miss Yi, all disappear? Get out, all of you. Get out. Juyi doesn't love me anymore. He doesn't love me and the child anymore.
He neglects his wife and child. He does the same to his first wife. And the same to Huo Yuan. Are you even worthy of being a man?
You're still so insensitive. Well hit.
I really feel sorry for them. Whether it's the first wife or Huo Yuan, they both love you with all their hearts. But you've betrayed them utterly.
Ching Ching. As long as you still love me, that's enough.
I am the Prime Minister's daughter, not Xie Qingxing. I came today to tell you, don't come looking for me anymore.
Our dynasty has always recorded the appointments and family information of officials. Prime Minister Xi, as a first-rank official, the records are particularly detailed. A few days ago, Prime Minister Xi forcibly broke off his daughter's marriage. She was unwilling to marry and eventually hanged herself. Thus,
How could there be another daughter in the Z family? My young lady is from a concubine.
So naturally, she's not in the middle rights. Judy, the Emperor summons you to an audience. Lord Ju, Emperor summons you. 3 hours have passed. Why is there no movement?
Go ask.
Yes.
I greet you.
Speak directly.
Prince, it's Princess Huo Yuan from your mansion. After the miscarriage, it has reached the Emperor.
This is what Qing Qing left me with the pouch before she left.
Have you named the child?
After it is born, call it Ailey. Does it sound good?
What is this?
Prince, I don't know.
I ask you, whose abortion is this?
It's your first wife, Zisha.
How could she get pregnant with her injury?
Your first wife, Zisha, was pregnant for 3 months and was forced to abort. Madame C was 3 months pregnant when she was forced to miscarry.
Tell the truth, or I'll cut you down.
My lord, every word I speak is true. Your wife, Madame C, was 3 months pregnant, first endured the torture of eye removal. Without time to recover, she suffered finger crushing, the agony of 10 fingers pierced by needles. 2 tortures Diejia left her physically and mentally broken, and caused her to miscarry.
Why didn't you protect her?
My lord, all the tortures your wife, Madame C, endured were inflicted by the Northern Wrong Princess. Your current wife, she did this.
How could she be pregnant without telling me?
Oh, Ninth Lord. We don't mean to blame you, but you're the future heir. You must act with caution. Avoid any mistake. That might anger the Emperor. Be extremely careful, and don't make mistakes. Don't anger His Majesty.
Lord Juye.
Princess Consort Huo Yuan has already reported to His Majesty. If you don't take action, it will be too late.
Thank you, Eunuch Hai, for the advice.
He knows the truth, but still sides with that Huo Yuan.
His Majesty the Emperor of Daxia, and Prince Huoyan of Bairong want to give your 9th son, the future Crown Prince, Shui Jingxing, to present 3 accusations. Prince Huoyan of Northern Rong wants to present 3 accusations to your 9th son, the future Crown Prince, Shui Jingxing. 1. He showed no favour to my sister, Princess Huo Yuan, leaving her neglected. 2. During disputes in the residence, he sided with others, causing Hogen to bleed. During pregnancy, endangering her life. 3. As a marriage prince, he failed to promote goodwill between the 2 countries. I hope your Majesty will investigate and grant justice to Northern Wrong.
I cannot rely solely on your one-sided statement. Summon the 9th Prince.
The 9th Prince, Shui Jingxing, comes to audience.
Your son, Shui Jingxing, pays respects to father. I, your son, Shui Jingxing, pay homage to you, father.
Sit down.
Thank you, father.
Wait! Su Jingxing's crimes are unpunished, yet you let him sit. What's the reason? Daxia's move shows shielding suspicion, and my Northern Wrong won't accept.
I know little 9 is not a betrayer, and there's a misunderstanding.
Ninth Lord, if you guarantee, before the Emperor, I'll stop contending. Ninth Lord, you're unkind to me. Don't blame my injustice. I carry royal blood in my womb. Xue Jingxing, yet you ignore my unborn child. During my pregnancy, you secretly met with Lady Z from the Prime Minister's mansion, only because Lady Z resembles Qingqing. The Prime Minister failed to discipline his daughter. Your Majesty, I beg you to punish the Prime Minister's daughter.
And grant me justice. Your Majesty, this matter cannot be judged.
Based solely on Beirong's words, this is Prime Minister C and your beloved daughter. Lied is here. Indeed, Prime Minister, you've raised your daughter well. Do you realise that interfering with a political marriage, jeopardising diplomatic relations, that's a grave crime? Interfering in the alliance marriage, endangering diplomatic relations, this is a serious crime. Xie Qingqing, from a merchant background, relying on being Xue Jingxing's wife, constantly harms my younger sister Huo Yuan. I beg Xue Jingxing to treat my younger sister well. To ensure peace between the two nations, I hope Daxia will issue a warrant for Xie Qingqing and grant this request.
How dare you? Huo Yan, I think you're tired of living.
This is the first time he lost composure before the Emperor, and it was for Xie Qingqing.
A crown prince's greatest taboo is prioritizing women over neglecting the state.
Announce my decree across the entire Great Xia to issue a manhunt for Xie Qingqing.
Xie Qingqing must not live. Who will bring justice for my younger sister? Your Majesty, if you hesitate, do not blame me for raising the Northern Wrong army to make the choice for you.
Father, Xie Qingqing is a subject of our Great Xia. Would you truly sacrifice her just to appease the barbarians?
The imperial throne is cold to the bone. If the one who sits upon it is not colder still, how can it be wielded? You are the crown prince, and destined to surpass even me as emperor. You must understand, we do not rule by emotion, but by power. But it's power.
Yes. Power is what you, Xue Jingxing, desire most in life.
Xie Qingqing, a mere woman from a merchant background, lowly and humble, has bewitched you, the crown prince and future emperor, so much that you refuse to take a stand. Now, I order you to divorce your wife immediately. Personally lead troops to arrest Xie Qingqing and behead her at once. If not, this crown prince position will be abolished at once.
Father, have you really made up your mind?
Yes, for the future of Daxia. Go. Eunuch Hai, announce my decree. Huo Yuan and Huo Yan.
Thank your Majesty.
They show contempt for the heavenly dynasty and disrespect for the Son of Heaven. For me, arrest them.
Your Majesty, shouldn't we arrest Xie Qingqing, that woman? What crime have we siblings committed?
What is Xie Qingqing's origin? That she charmed the Emperor and Crown Prince so deeply.
Audacious. How dare you discuss our Emperor?
Deploying troops at the border to threaten Great Xia, whether she's Xie Qingqing or Miss Xi. The fate of my subjects is not your decision.
Wise, Father. The King of Northern Wrong has always submitted to see out and paid tribute. Huo Yuan and Huo Yan, the siblings, harbor evil intentions and are disloyal. Father, how will you deal with them?
Wait. Great Xia Emperor, I am the peace envoy of Northern Wrong. My king didn't know of the Prince and Princess's rebellion. He offers land and payment for peace. I hope your Majesty will grant it. Thereafter we will pay tribute yearly.
Good. Then imprison the Northern Wrong Prince. Expel him the next day. As for the princess consort,
Prince Ninth, after you finish the household affairs, don't forget to return to the palace to thank His Majesty.
Eunuch, how I...
No Prince Ninth's little schemes. Not to mention His Majesty. Even I, a servant, can see it. You would rather have Xie Qingqing than the throne.
Eunuch, you're joking. Everyone in the mansion knows. I favor Huo Yuan, and did many things that hurt Qingqing.
People, the more you care about someone, the harder it is to speak it out. Not to mention Prince Ninth, your identity is special. You are the future crown prince. and cannot let others see your weakness. His Majesty doesn't blame you for favoring Xie Qingqing, causing a turmoil. Do you think this favor should be thanked?
Little sister, why does the great Xia Emperor know our Beirong's military deployment? Is it because you thought that Shui Jingxing betrayed our Beirong country?
I didn't. How could I betray you?
Huoyuan, you don't really think that I married you just for status, do you? You don't really think that I married you just for status? This is your Beirong military seal. Although I can't mobilize it directly. I know your Beirong soldiers' every move. Completely.
Lord Ju. So everything was within your calculations. You made me get pregnant first. Take the initiative to marry you. Make me willingly work for you and help you become crown prince. To you, Lord Ju, am I your wife? Or your pawn? Am I your wife? Or just a pawn?
Guards, take the princess consort to the side room. Without my permission, no one may approach.
He must still have feelings for me. Ninth Lord still has feelings for me. Ninth Lord. Lord Ju, I was rash yesterday and told Big Brother. I didn't expect he'd insist on defending me. It was an intentional rebellion.
Madam, you've suffered. I brought you a gift specially.
Lord Ju, I knew you still care for me. Lord Ju, I knew you still care for me. So you spared me from the dungeon. After this matter blows over, we... Jiuye. Ouch!
Do you know whose hand is in here? It's your brother's.
Didn't you promise to let him go?
I did let him go. I waited until he left the city. Then I took action.
Oh! Don't! Juye, save my child. Juye.
When Qingqing had a miscarriage and begged like this.
Juye. She was forced to abort. Wasn't it all you're doing?
I didn't know it all. She was pregnant.
Help!
Ching Ching.
You treat her like this. She must feel very sad inside. Doing this to her, she must be heartbroken.
She is shedding crocodile tears, and she doesn't deserve any sympathy. Ching Ching. After all this time, you still can't judge people clearly.
I am not Xie Ching Ching. But during the time with you, I tried to see a person clearly, but I spent too much time.
Fine. It's okay if you don't admit it. But she hurt Ching Ching, and this is what she deserves.
As if you hurting her can cover up your previous harm to another woman.
You are right. I am indeed wrong. Wrong in not holding power earlier. To protect my beloved one completely.
You think that by deliberately neglecting Princess Wo Yuan, she, Xie Ching Ching, would be happy. You think that by causing Wo Yuan's miscarriage, Xie Ching Ching will return to you. She didn't feel your love, only saw your cruelty and heartlessness. You once drove away a person who loved you, and now you still want to see another person who loves you leave?
Ninth Master.
Call the Imperial Physician.
Save the mother or the child?
I didn't die. Where is my child? Where is my child? Jiuye, where is my child? Where did you hide him?
The child died. I buried him carelessly.
Jiuye, you're lying to me, right? You're lying to me, right?
Huo Yuan, you've made a big mistake. From this moment on, you are no longer the princess of this country, but the hostage of the Northern Wrong Kingdom. After this, you will be in this room. Spend the rest of your life.
Jiuye. Princess Wo Yuan gave birth prematurely by 2 months. The Imperial Medical Institute tried very hard to save the child. What do you think we should do?
Find a safe place, settle him down first, and let the wet nurse take good care of him.
Understood.
After arguing with Xue Jinsing that day, I haven't seen him since. Now, according to historical records, Xue Jinsing will be pierced by arrows in just 5 days.
Miss Ching Ching, what do you plan to do in these 5 days?
in the 7 years since I time traveled. My heart was filled with Xue Jingsing, and I never properly looked at this era.
Miss Ching Ching, look. It's Li Xiaobai.
Li Xiaobai. He is the poet immortal. In history books, he is a talented and family-loving man, a home-loving warm guy.
Home-loving. Warm man.
Where is Li Xiaobai?
Look, there he is. There it is.
Damn it! You came out without money? Are you letting me do business?
This is a masterpiece poem I have. Worth a fortune. How about I exchange it for silver?
Pah, you pauper! From now on, we'll beat you every time.
It seems that in the historical records, not everything is correct. Let's go. This is the historical record of the long-lost folk cuisine. Gui Fei Hong.
This old shop has no customers. No wonder it got lost. Last time, that guy Xue Jingsing damaged your reputation. He hasn't come these days. Actually, it lets you live in peace. Miss Jing Jing, have you had fun these 2 days?
Yes. Thank you for accompanying me. In 3 more days, as long as we let Xue Jingsing die as in history, I can return home and treat everything here as a dream.
Miss C, greetings. Greetings, Miss C.
I'm young Master Zhao from the Prefect's mansion.
Since the engagement was set half a month ago, my prefect's mansion has not heard from you. Today, I came specially to visit and see you.
It seems he doesn't know that Miss C, the Prime Minister's daughter, has passed away.
I didn't expect that there's a lantern show tonight.
Are you the flower lantern fairy?
Me? Hey. Everything started with the lantern. Now it's all changed. Sigh. You ancient people draw. How fast?
Miss, don't worry. It only takes half an incense to finish. Miss, please pose so I can paint a portrait.
Cheese.
Well,
Miss, do you want a portrait? Miss, Want a portrait? Miss, rest assured. In no time. It's enough to finish the portrait and won't delay your lantern viewing.
That's good. Today is not a festival. Yet they're holding this lantern exhibition. What happy event is there in the city?
I heard that this lantern fair is personally handled by Lord Sueju. Look at this scale. It seems like making up for some regret.
Miss, please strike a pose. Allow me on this painting to paint the next stroke.
Miss, this posture is odd. Unlike the usual customs of Daxia.
I'll change it. This one.
Ninth Lord. Is Miss T the one you're verifying?
Yes.
That painter earlier seems familiar.
Xie King Ching. How long will you keep hiding from me?
You have the wrong person.
Your uniqueness has not changed since I met you 7 years ago. This is the pouch you left. I haven't read the letter inside yet. You won't admit you're Xi Ching Ching, but do you dare to open it and compare the handwriting?
Fine. Although I was your family's madam, now I am the Prime Minister's daughter.
Let her go. Let her go.
I am Lord Ninth. Who dares to be rude?
Oh, so it's the future Lord Sui Jingsing. I'm Zhang from the governor's office. Forgive my rudeness. But Lord Ninth, you and my wife, what are you doing here?
She is my wife.
Young Master Zhang from the governor's office and the young lady from the prime minister's residence have a marriage arranged by the emperor. Don't try to separate them.
Yes. I and young Master Zhang have long been engaged. The wedding is in 2 days.
Madam C, you are my lawful wife. How can you remarry so easily?
What lawful wife? Our young lady is not yet wed.
This daughter of the Prime Minister's residence and young Master Zhang from the governor's office have been betrothed. Why is that gentleman still interfering?
I heard that a few days ago. Miss Xi and Lord Xueju were rumored to be involved. Is this girl perhaps a seductress?
If anyone dares to spread rumors again, they will be severely punished by law. Severely punished. Sorry. It was my lack of consideration.
If Lord Ninth is free, why not come enjoy the flowers?
I knew you couldn't let go of me.
Miss, since you've decided not to see him again, why call him back?
I have my own plans.
Master Ju? Are you willing to be so wronged?
So what?
Three coins for 10 rings? Hit what? Take what? All kinds of goods available. Those with itchy hands, come try. 3 coins for 10 rings. Hit what? Take what? All kinds of goods available. Those with itchy hands, come try.
Boss, give me some rings.
All right.
Thank you, miss. Which treasure have you taken a fancy to? I'll help you throw it.
This one?
Good. This treasure, let it be our token of love. It must be the wind is too strong today.
Young master, don't rush. The farthest treasure, no one has hit it yet.
It's okay. If you don't hit it, try another one.
Again.
What's wrong? Don't you see Ninth Master is playing ring toss?
Even young Master John can't get it. Do you think Ninth Master can get it?
If I can get it, you'll be a little happier. Okay?
Congrats, Ninth Master.
Congrats, Ninth Master. Won the treasure. You, a humble merchant, after so many years, are the first to get this treasure. Others can't compare to you.
Only I can get it. What Ching Ching wants. Ching Ching.
This is mine and young Master Zhang's token of love. Why are you interfering?
Ching Ching. What can he do for you? Don't you understand? Only I can give you what you want. Why? Why that look? You think I can't treat you better than him?
Lord Zhejiu, you are the future emperor, and for what you desire, you would stop at nothing. But young Master Zhang is considerate and sincere. Unlike you, even if you appear glorious on the surface, in reality, every step is perilous. Even your own wife, the princess, you can use as a pawn, always scheming. All can be pawns, always scheming. In this way. It can't match young Master Zhang at all.
Madam C. Madam C. Do you know what troubles Ninth Master has?
Yes. He always has excuses and can never answer my questions. Is this meaningful? Xue Jingsing. I don't love you anymore.
Ninth Lord hasn't gone out for 2 days. And even about the Northern Wrong, Barbarian's latest movements, he doesn't care anymore.
Even if I was your family's madam in the past. But now I am the daughter of the Prime Minister's residence. Even his own wife, the princess consort, can be used as a pawn and manipulated in everything. What's the point of you doing this? Xue Jingsing, I don't love you anymore.
What exactly do you want to tell me? You are truly so resolute. It turns out that back then, you had already thought of leaving. Forget it. You, Xie Qingqing, have accumulated long-held grievances and resentment. How will you finally pour them out? Even if every word stings like a needle, I will gladly accept it.
In the palace, brothers fight among themselves. Dangers lurk everywhere. This peace charm, may you return safely. From court this time.
Every time I encounter trouble, you pray for a safety charm for me. Hishi, you.
Madam C, why did you harm Ninth Master that day? Li He, the sword-bearing guard of Prince Zhuo's mansion. Request to see Miss Z. Li He requests to see Miss Z on behalf of Ninth Master. Master Zhu, you haven't eaten for 2 days. Please eat something. Master Zhu, you haven't eaten for 2 days. Eat something. Master Zhu, yesterday I went to the Prime Minister's and requested to see Xie Qingqing.
Where is Qingqing?
Today, the Prime Minister's residence, Xie Qingqing will, as the Prime Minister's daughter, get married.
Fine. Li He, bring the betrothal gifts and come with me to the Prime Minister's residence to stop the wedding.
Yes.
Bow. The ceremony is complete.
I disagree. How can my wife be married to someone else? I will seize this wedding today.
Don't fear, my dear. This is bestowed by the Emperor. How dare you all cause trouble?
Today I will take her back, and I will bear all consequences alone. Where is my darling?
Historical records state that today the wrong troops mutinied, and at Shen hour, Xue Jingxing will meet his end. The only person I ever truly loved is not anyone else. It's you, Xue Jingxing. You deceived me, betrayed me, harmed my child, but I couldn't convince myself to watch you die. Historical records state that today, the Northern Wrong rebels, in the afternoon, Xue Jingsing will die.
Xie Qingqing, it is you after all. Xie Qingqing, you've hurt me deeply. Xie Qingqing, it's really you. Xie Qingqing, you've made me suffer so much. Why is it always you in Ninth Master's heart? You are his wife. And I am merely his pawn. And my unborn child will be born in 2 months. To avenge you, Ninth Master ignored my life and death and cost my child's life. I'm here today to settle both old and new debts all at once.
Impossible. Ninth Master would never harm your child.
Fire.
Ninth Master. In history, Xue Jingxing will be pierced by countless arrows and die. So that's it. It was to save me. Why did you block the arrow for me? These days, I've been cold to you, driven you away, and severed ties with you. Why did you still save me?
Because you are my wife.
None of you will live.
Don't. Don't. Xue Jingxing. Xue Jingxing.
Xing, go back. I've been chasing fame and fortune and hurt you deeply. But initially, I just wanted the power to protect you. I lost my original intent and lost you.
Don't. Mr. Zhu. It was all a dream. History of Daxia. Daxia. Xue Jingxing.
You scum, I'm breaking up with you. And I'll never look back.
In her past life, Huo Yuan was trapped by love. In this life, she can be her true self. Sorry.
Miss, are you looking for the Daxia Xue Jingxing's biography? This is it.
Prince Xue Jingxing, only 28 years old, died in Beirong under the barbarians' random arrows. So, the ending never changed.
Today, the highly anticipated tomb of Mr. Wushu has been found. The unearthed porcelain, paintings, calligraphy, and other precious artifacts added new insights in studying the history and culture of that time.
Visitors, this is the tomb of Mr. Zhu.
Do you know that girl? Can you give me her number?
Mr. Xue died in battle at 28 in Beirong. He married 2 wives, but only took one of his wives into the tomb. That ginkgo tree was planted for his beloved. Rumors say it contains a time capsule for his wife.
When you read this letter, I have already died. I know that 7 years ago you came for me. The things you did for me, pulling me from the brink, saved me. And back then, I naively thought that only by becoming strong and seizing power could I better protect you. But I ended up hurting you. 7 years later, you left because of me. I'm scared. I regret it. When I see you again, I only want to make amends. To have you return to my side. If I lose you, my wife, what should I do? Do you need a ride?